For months, Pastor James Coates and GraceLife Church defied public health orders. Coates was ticketed, arrested, and held in custody for not agreeing to release terms. Now, at the pastor's trial, his lawyers argue his rights were violated by a sensitive government. We submit the best explanation is it was meant to impose a chilling effect on Pastor Coates, said his lawyer James Kitchen. It was to send a message. You better stop criticizing the government of Alberta. In closing arguments to the first phase of Coates' trial, his lawyers said his ticket violated the pastor's rights to freedoms of religion, expression, assembly, and association. They said the court needs to rule on all of these alleged violations and not just for Coates. Kitchen said, we're seeing the violation of freedom of assembly like we never have seen before. We're going to have to wrestle with this rights violation. Co-counsel Leighton Gray said of the issues in this case, it seems to be something of a vortex that has drawn in a lot of the issues that we have been dealing with as a province. The Crown argues no rights were violated, saying by Mr. Coates being allowed to operate with a 15% capacity, he was still able to practice all those broad protected charter rights. He was still able to have multiple services. He was still able to go online. A judge will decide next month on whether Coates' rights were violated, and if they were, we move to Phase 2, when lawyers will argue if restrictions are reasonable given the threat posed by the pandemic, a phase when not just Coates but the COVID response itself could go on trial. Fletcher Kent, Global News.